Quote, "Eager like the beggars at the door of the wealthy is the sufferer of knowledge, the illiterate are held in scorn." The hunger for knowledge and the price of ignorance. Knowledge is a treasure, but not everyone seeks it. Some hunger for it, desperate like beggars at the door of the wealthy. Others, who lack it, are dismissed and ignored. Eager like the beggars at the door of the wealthy is the sufferer of knowledge, the illiterate are held in scorn. What does this mean? Why is the thirst for knowledge compared to the hunger of the poor? And why do those without wisdom often face rejection? Today, we will explore the deeper meaning behind this thought, through philosophy, science, and a powerful story that brings it to life. Meaning of the quote. This quote tells us two powerful truths. 1. The hunger for knowledge is like hunger for wealth. 1. Just as the poor desperately seek food and shelter, a true seeker of wisdom craves learning, understanding, and enlightenment. 1. They will knock on many doors, eager to absorb every drop of wisdom they can find. 2. The illiterate, those who reject learning, are often looked down upon. 2. Not because they lack intelligence, but because they choose to remain in ignorance, ignoring the opportunity to grow. This is the reality of knowledge. Those who seek it are desperate for more, and those who ignore it are left behind. Spiritual perspective. Throughout history, spiritual traditions have emphasized that wisdom is more valuable than material wealth. It is the true source of power, success, and fulfillment. But there is a contrast. Those who seek wisdom are often seen as sufferers, constantly searching, questioning, and never fully satisfied. Meanwhile, those who reject learning live in ignorance, content in their blindness but excluded from deeper truths. This is why wisdom is both a blessing and a burden. It feeds the mind but also makes one aware of all they do not yet know. Scientific perspective. Science shows that the pursuit of knowledge is deeply wired into human nature. Cognitive science and learning. The brain is designed to seek and process information. The more we learn, the stronger our neural pathways become, improving intelligence, creativity, and adaptability. Psychology of knowledge versus ignorance. Those who seek knowledge experience intellectual hunger, a drive that keeps them learning, questioning, and evolving. Those who avoid knowledge often face cognitive stagnation. They resist change, new ideas, and progress. Social impact of ignorance. History shows that societies that value education progress, while those that reject learning decline. Knowledge is not just personal, it shapes civilizations. This is why wisdom is compared to wealth. It builds individuals and societies. Without it, one remains poor, not in money, but in mind. Let's bring this wisdom to life through a short story. There was once a young boy who lived outside a great library. Every day, he watched scholars enter, their faces full of wisdom. But he was poor and uneducated, with no right to enter. One day, a kind scholar noticed him and said, "Why do you stand here every day?" The scholar smiled and said, "Knowledge is the only wealth that grows when shared. Come inside." The lesson? The true wealth of life is learning. Those who hunger for it will find a way, and those who reject it will always remain outside the doors of progress. How this applies to everyday life. This wisdom applies to our daily lives in many ways. Education. Seek learning like a beggar seeks food. Never stop growing. Career. The most successful people are those who continue learning new skills. Social status. Ignorance isolates you, while knowledge connects you to great minds. Personal growth. Read, ask questions, explore new ideas. This is how you enrich your mind. In today's world, knowledge is more accessible than ever. But the question is, do you hunger for it? Or do you reject it and let opportunities pass by? Knowledge is like wealth. Those who seek it grow rich in wisdom, and those who ignore it remain poor in understanding. So, are you like the beggar at the door of wisdom, eager to learn? Or do you turn away, content in ignorance? The choice is yours. But remember, the door of knowledge is always open, if only you have the hunger to walk through it. Embrace wisdom. Seek knowledge. Elevate yourself. Thank you for joining this exploration of wisdom. If this message resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe for more insights into timeless truths. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step, and every great idea begins with a strong foundation. See you in the next episode.